Guys, Coach Jorge Capestany here. This is going to be my second and likely final update from the Western and Southern Open, the Cincinnati Masters 1000. I want to talk yesterday. I sent out a little video, just a short one, that talked about my two takeaways. And the first one was that the pros have really great racket head speed. And the second one was that they really move their feet well. Those were the two things that I thought were obvious to me yesterday at this tournament. Well, before we go, I just want to say this tournament, the Cincinnati Masters, the Western and Southern Open, is an unbelievable tournament. It's a Masters 1000, which means everybody comes, all the best players in the world. It's literally the same players that you would see at any Grand Slam, and it's right here, just 2 weeks ahead of the U.S. Open in Cincinnati, Ohio. So if you haven't ever come, I highly recommend you come. This is one of my favorite stops in the whole year. Now, getting to my post from yesterday, the racket head speed. The fact that the pros can get it going so fast, I think that's a product of trust. I know that a lot of rec players, this is my tip for you, when you first really try to unleash the power and really maximize your racket head speed, what stifles the rec player often is that the boundary. They make an error and then immediately they back off and their racket head speed goes away. So I've experienced this when I help people practice their serve. And one of the tips I have for you is just don't use a barrier. Go ahead and let the barrier or the baseline be the back fence. Just really go ahead and let your body feel what it's like to swing maximum speed, okay? And the RPMs will start to come eventually, and that's how you get racket head speed like the pros. I find that with rec players, they just bail out too quickly because the boundary, the baseline, they interpret it, oh, I made an error, and they immediately abandon the attempt to get to racket head speed. The second thing I said was about the pros' footwork. They just move amazingly, they play great defense, and what I wanted to share here is I noticed that with the pros, during the point, which is just 5 seconds on average, they are going 1,000 miles an hour. They pull out all their effort into that point, and then they have a rest period. The pros know they have a 20-second rest period following. And I think a lot of rec players don't do that. They don't have the peak where the maximum effort and then they use the rest period, the maximum effort and then use the rest period. I think the inexperienced player will kind of almost pace themselves in tennis. They'll go a little bit high, but not too high. And they kind of don't realize that they have built-in rest periods and you don't need to do that. So that's my tip on footwork. During the point, you really only have to worry about 4 to 6 seconds typically. You got to go all out. Just crazy to the wall, and that's the difference between the pros and the rec players. So I hope you enjoy this, and thanks for checking in. And here I am, I'm checking out the Cincinnati 1000 Masters Tournament, Western and Southern Open. Thanks a lot.